Okay, welcome back to another episode of Chatty Issues, the podcast where we talk about patterns, relationships, and decisions that shape who we become, whether we admit it or not. Now, usually we're breaking ground or breaking down modern dating, emotional habits, and why people keep choosing what they know isn't good for them. But today we're going a lot deeper than this. We're going more flamboyant, we're going more infamous, and we're going more colourful. Because not every story starts the same and not every path looks the way people expect. I've been trying to figure out how to introduce this gentleman properly. So words that come to my mind are businessman, thinker, part-time troublemaker, full-time headline, and however you label him, he doesn't do boring. Today I'm sitting down with someone who's lived a life most people have only had opinions about, from early childhood and environment to rising into a position of leadership as national president of the Nomads. And Moudi, I know you're Moudi Tajjour. I know you're an avid iced tea fan like myself, so I've saved some very special lyrics for this moment. Speed of life, fast. It's like walking barefoot over broken glass. It's like jumping rope on razor blade. On lightning quick, decisions are made. Lifestyle, flush. Females, rush. This high-profile personality who earns his pay illegally. Professional, liar. Schoolboys admire, young girls desire, and very few live to retire. Cash flow extreme, dress code supreme, vocabulary obscene, definition, street player. I'm sure we all know what I mean.
I've got to use that for intro, brother.
Brother, if you've given me the time of your life, remember, it's the only commodity or currency we don't get back. If you, do you think I'm going to come here half-assed, brother? I'll never forget.
And I appreciate the gift.
Yeah, not to come in, I lost you. And one of the very first things I said to Moudi, I couldn't care if you had 2 followers. If I see something in someone that I like and I think I can add value and we can help others move forward, I'm down.
No, 100%.
And in this world of podcasts and stuff, I've realized that it can be very transactional and I'm never going to be that guy. You know, and that's how we help others that are trying to move forward. However, today, this isn't about glorifying anything. It's about understanding what shapes a person, what it costs, and what you actually learn on the other side of it. Moudi Tajjour, thank you once again and welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
The 2 most important questions I'll ever ask you, Moudi. First one, blondes or brunettes?
That's a tricky one. My missus is a blonde, but I would say I prefer blondes, but beauty's always in the eyes.
I love it. Do you know what? When I met Sarah, I found her beautiful first before I found her a turn on. Sexy. I fell in love with her beauty first, bro, before I saw her as hot. Number one most important thing. Secondly, probably the most important question, what's your favourite Lebo food?
Oh, Lebo food is, I like full, bro, for breakfast. And I like my full. And what I end up.
No kifta batata?
Nah, get that anywhere, bro.
We're going to have problems, bro. We're going to have to take this one offline. Nah, thanks again. Appreciate being here and I think what makes this conversation important is not just where you've been, but what you've taken from it. So I want to know who Moudi Tajjour was before the evolution into who you are now. So I need who were you and who are you now?
I used to be a fucking, excuse my language, and I can't talk if I don't swear, brother.
That's part of life, brother. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I apologise to your viewers, but that's just, if I'm not swearing, I can't talk. But to answer your question, I was a thug. A few stages, went from thug to businessman to now social media guy. That's the only way I can answer that.
So just to touch base on swearing, because I know when I had kids, I refused to swear in front of them early on. Then I realised they're going to go into the real world, not have ever hearing anyone swearing. They're not going to be able to handle that.
But I'm going to explain something to you. There's a gangster called Mick Canaan in Australia.
Okay.
He's serving a life sentence never to be released. This guy is an educated guy, came from a good upbringing. His parents raised him well. He went to uni and he went on to be one of the biggest gangsters, most ruthless bloke. He's doing a life sentence now. Credit to him, he's still standing as a gangster, still standing on 10 toes. So it doesn't matter how you raise your kid. Like, look at that bloke. His parents raised him beautifully. And he turned out, this verbal of, yeah, of course you want to raise your kids in a sense of teaching them what's right and wrong, but you shelter them too much, they're going to rebel into a way where you're going to wish you would have just loosened that chain a little bit and let them see what's out there rather than them find it on their own and then make their own decision on what's this? That's how I got kids too, brother.
Very, very well said, and Allah khalek you on. So part of my journey when I became single, I wanted to learn more about myself and I wanted to learn more about others. I generally became interested in how people brought up and why people make decisions and why people live a certain path and they don't. And that's why I'm here today. And by the way, this is probably the second time I've been in Sydney for over a decade. And I'm not affiliated with anyone. I'll speak to anyone. I'm not affiliated with any underworld or anything like that. I'm generally here to add value to all walks of life. And if it's something I'm passionate about, is trying to steer the youth on the right path, more with my actions than my words. So when I went out and I'd meet some women, and obviously along the way you're going to meet some promiscuous women, and I wanted to know, I asked them, what made you go down this path? And they said to me, because my mother told me not to.
But what path do you mean? What path?
Promiscuous, like, why they become a bit trampy or a bit, seeking unhealthy attention from men. So why they become a bit slutty, or very slutty, I should say, right?
What response do you get when you say that?
Well, I'll tell you what they said.
You're basically saying to a girl,
yeah,
how did you become a slut?
Dude, I went deep, bro. I won't go into that too much, but I went very deep in this, mate.
Hey, sorry, I kept drinking, but I got my veneers done, and I got plastic teeth that are falling apart.
That was my next question. You disappeared from social media for a while. What's with that?
I'll answer that one sec, but bro, as I said, they put these teeth in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's why I keep drinking. My real teeth don't come for another couple of days. I just got off social media because I met my missus about, it's been a few years now. And in life, I got onto social media out of boredom and loneliness, because I can't hang out with just anyone, because I've got a lot of enemies still, you know what I mean? I get invites every week I'll show you my DMs, appear here, appear there, I don't go. Come for a coffee, I don't go. I'm too old to make a new circle of friends. So I become very lonely in a sense, and that's how I started working as well. I went and bought trucks and that, got into trucks out of boredom, got into social media, and that was entertainment. Then I met my missus, and then I just filled that boredom and that gap of loneliness with her, and I just thought, this takes up a lot of time, social media. So I jumped out of it to focus on my son and my love life. I got a son also, not to the girl.
How old is he?
He turns 5 in 5 weeks.
So a couple of things. I just want to finish that point quickly about when you as a parent, you say to your kids, don't touch drugs or don't.
Of course,
they actually rebel.
Yeah, but you still got to tell about the drugs, yeah.
Yeah.
But with my son, I'll tell you, my ex I'm very lucky to have a child to her. I don't even need to tell her how to raise him. She's raising him.
How powerful is that?
Mate, my son, when he comes, doesn't swear, doesn't do nothing where you think someone like me, you think like, I got a lot of friends that are gangsters and their kids got every swear word in their mouth. My son, nah. My son has been raised. Well, she doesn't allow me to have input. Even though my input's going to be good, she's just from get-go, it's unfortunate she doesn't like me. She's one of those, those relationships where she's done nothing wrong, I've done nothing, she doesn't like me. She regrets having a relationship with me, but she hasn't taken that out on my son. She's given him a beautiful upbringing. So to answer your question, I would tell him that, but she's been doing that anyway. Do you know what I mean? But I still think you shelter him too much. Like my son's too sheltered. You know what I mean? When he comes around me, he finds it a bit like, I think it's confronting for him, my tattoos, my dialogue. I swear a lot and I try not to in front of him. And he'll be like, Dad, what are you saying? Shh. And I'll be looking at him thinking, is this my son? Like, he's raised beautifully, brother.
Yeah, look,
you know what I mean?
There's many gifts in that. The first of all, you've got a beautiful son, alhamdulillah. The second of all, obviously you don't want him to go down that path.
No way.
And if I can ask two other questions relating that. So with his mother, I really have to respect her for doing and commend her for doing such a job with him and trying to keep it as civil. I'm assuming it's pretty civil, I suppose.
Yeah, bro, I couldn't ask for a better baby mama.
And guys, honest, I want to get away from that term, baby mama, because
I don't say her name.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, cool.
I don't say her name, and I don't say my son's name because I don't ever want them to be in the social media world picked on, or because I've got a lot of enemies. And I'll tell you now, she's drawn the line in the sand. She's like, don't mention my name on anything.
Yeah.
Don't ring me unless it's for your son. Don't text me anything about your personal life. I don't, mate. We're not like that.
And that's her
You know what I
prerogative.
mean?
That's her prerogative.
Yeah.
And as long as she does the right thing by her son, which she
She
clearly,
brings
clearly
him
does,
here every 5
and,
weeks.
and by you as much as she can. And the reason why I said the term baby mama, what I'm trying to teach the shabab and the girls is don't fall for those terms. Call it a mother. Elevate as a person.
Yeah.
As a society, we need to say mother and baby daddy and all that sort of stuff.
100%.
That's as a Lebanese community, we need to start getting away from that. That's exactly what they want us to do. They want us to go down to that frequency and get involved with all that.
Yeah.
But
my relationship is very different. My one is she comes to Sydney, drops him off at the airport to me. She goes, does what she does. It has nothing to do with me.
That's
And
fine.
I raise my son the way she's raising him because I can't change. Like I'd love for my son to be a little menace. I tell you, as a man.
Yeah.
But yeah, my son is nothing. He's no reflection of me. Alhamdulillah, in a way, no reflection.
Like
of
you
me.
said, Moudi, it's all written from above,
Yeah.
and we got to go with that. Secondly, coming back to your partner now, how she changed you?
She just showed me that money's not. My current partner and my baby mama, I keep referring to baby mama. That's just the way I do it. Were never about money with me. Alhamdulillah,
Were they a sanctuary for you? They were a haven.
So the mother of my child never wanted anything off me, and my current missus. And let's move on to my current missus now because I don't want to talk about my ex.
Yeah.
But my current missus, yeah, bro, she changed me. She showed me like there's proper relationships. Listen, she's done me a few shit goes out of spite because I drove her nuts for fucking last 2.5 years. I'm a very hard person to deal with in the sense in a relationship, but I couldn't ask for a better person. She's very good to me. Where just wants my time, brother. She doesn't want nothing off me.
How powerful is that for a man? Yeah. Any man, but in particular, it's one that's had a hectic lifestyle, to have someone that's their fan and actually doesn't want anything except their attention.
Bro, I've been here for 3 years. Longest relationship I've ever had in my life. Ever.
You know Dan Belzerian, obviously you know who he is.
Yeah, of course.
I love the guy for many reasons. I love him because he's a straight shooter and he says things how it is, but I really respect him for the one thing that he said. He said, I've had a great life, but all that stuff is meaningless crap. And he said, the best I've ever felt was in a loving relationship. And I'll tell you now, I've been up to stuff I probably shouldn't, probably spent a little bit more time in that circus, we'll call it. And there's no more abundant feeling for me personally than being in a loving relationship. And what I say to my fiance all the time, never try to control a woman, never. And I'll say this, keep a heart full, a pussy wet, and the phone dry.
But love is a burden too, because if it goes sour, a broken heart. This is what I've always said to myself. I would have rather never to have loved than to have loved, because a broken heart is something you carry for your whole life.
Very, very dangerous. Very, very dangerous.
So so let me tell you, I'm 42 years of age, brother. I've been around long enough to know what's love and what's not love. And I tell you, love is a burden. It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. But I want to ask you a question no one's asked you. What's your first memory of life?
I'll fucking tell you. Bro, I was playing at my mum's house. God rest her soul.
I
had my cousins at my house. My cousin Sam was the biggest gangster in this country, Sam Ibrahim. I was playing cops and robbers with my brother.
He's older?
Yeah, I was the cop. He was the bad guy. And I was chasing him back out. Freeze, freeze, freeze. My cousin Sam, boom, snatched me. And I remember he helped me. He goes, who was the cop who was the robber? I said, I was the cop. Boom, slapped me. And taught me there and there. He goes, you fucking never be the cop. So, bro, from a kid, I was like, what? And he goes, and then he showed me how to...
How old were you?
Young, bro. I joined the bikies. I was 13, 14.
That particular day of the cop thing.
I'm telling you, I joined the bikies 13, 14. So, I don't know, bro. I would have been young. It would have been maybe 9 years old.
So you kind of, when you have a cousin like that, and Lebos, we really hung out with our cousins all the time, didn't we? It's just Lebanese thing.
Everyone thinks it's a blessing, but it's not. Let me tell you, I don't want to put blame on no one. I got my own mind. I chose the path I took, and I'm grateful to. They made life easy for me as a gangster because they were very powerful, but they did shape my life. Where Sam would come around in Ferraris, Lamborghinis, bruh. It's just. And I went and lived with him when I was younger. This is a big gang. This guy was a big gangster. My cousin ran this country, brother. And I'm listening. There's no ever sugarcoating. He ran the country, bro. When I tell you my cousin ran the country, in his day, he was the staunchest cunt. He could fight 10 men and he will shoot and he will stab. He had 3 qualities not everyone has in this day and age. This day and age, people are so quick to pull the trigger to make a name. My cousin Sam could use his fist, and if he had to pull a weapon, boom, he's pulled the weapon. So this guy was the most dangerous guy. Bro, his hands are like that. I put a ring on, it takes 2 of my fingers. Built different. This guy was like, this was my idol. You know what I mean?
I told you, born in Lebanon.
My idol, brother. Listen, I'll be in the backyard. My cousin Sam's turning off barbecues with his hands, brother.
And probably has the loving heart of a child, yeah?
Best heart, let me tell you, sickest cunt, let me tell you, best cunt you ever meet is my cousin Sam.
They usually are. The toughest guys you'll ever meet have the best heart.
Even my cousin John's good, but John's, listen, I'll tell you the difference between John and Sam. John has got not a chip on his shoulder. He's gone so famous where it'd be hard not to have his persona, thinking you're better.
So what was
Lives in a mansion.
So go back to your youth. What did you notice different early on with John compared to Sam?
I'll tell you, Sam was gangster. John was like a mafia. There's a difference, brother. A mafia guy is more diplomatic, more nose in the air.
What a combination, what a lethal combination.
Listen, these 2 brothers, let me tell you something, brother. Turn back 30 years ago, brother. These guys, I tell you now, I don't give a fuck who you are on this planet. If you were from their era, very difficult to deal with. Because Sam, most dangerous character you ever meet. Bro, I remember when I was a nominee of the Nomads, I was in King's Cross. I've come out, and there was a couple of guys standing on the bikes. I walked up to this big gorilla. I said, brother, get off the fucking bike. He wasn't listening. I want to fucking sort this out. I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I can't take this guy's life on the camera. I can't just start stabbing this guy. Fucking hell. Sam walks out, bro. Pushed me out of the way. It just fucking dropped. Maybe 4 or 5 of them. Just left, right, bang, bang, bang. And then turned around and looked at me and just laughed. And I looked, bro, but I couldn't even help. No one could even help. It happened so quick, brother. This guy's a 24 Dan, what is martial arts expert.
He's trained as well.
Yeah, bro, he could have been a monk. I'm telling you, you know the barbecues?
That's the missing link.
He turns the barbecues off with his hands. You know, we sell boxing bags at his mum's house in the backyard. He would split the bags from his punches. This guy's a fucking machine,
so he's
brother.
trained, not just street fighter.
No, he's a 24... Brother, they used to put 6 guys on top of each other on shoulders. More kids would go to his tournaments. And he'll jump up around there, snap the wood.
One of those guys. Now
he'd break 30 bricks with his fist, break them. The guy held the championship of Australia of hitting like that many bricks. I don't know how many bricks, but I remember we were younger at the tournament, he won. This guy's a fucking machine, brother. You shake Sam, listen to me, bro. Best thing I ever heard was this. I was in Parklea jail. A certain gangster gets to Parklea. I go, where'd you come from, brother? He goes, Silverwater. He goes, bro, I was with my cousin Sam. He goes, let me tell you about that guy. He goes, I know you know him better than anyone. He goes, bro, when I shook his hand, he goes, that's a fucking gangster, bro. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I don't know, bro. The cunt's just got that aura about... Sam has an aura about him, bro. Let me tell you. This guy, I promise you, I'm not talking like this.
Big guy?
No, bro. My height, wide, built like a fucking natural... Like he trained his whole life. He's always trained, even trains to this day. You go to his house, he's got a full gym, trains every day. But just, bro, they're built different, bro. The cunt's like... Telling you, I put his ring on, takes off 2 of my fingers. So what I'm trying to say is my idol was literally called, if you Google now, if your camera guy Googles, who was the king and prince of King's Cross in the early 80s? Every headline, the king and prince, king and prince. So I grew up idolizing my cousins.
So how come John got the fame? And
Listen, you just witnessed earlier when I FaceTimed him. This guy, what did I tell you, don't record?
Yeah.
Don't do nothing.
Doesn't want it. Yeah.
This guy's not it, bro. Yeah. I took a deal to him, a book deal. They offered him, excuse me, 500,000 up front, 500,000, and a cut out of the sales. Whether the book flops or doesn't flop, you get 500 grand. He laughed at me. He goes, "Get the fuck out of here, you and you fucking idiot." As he talks. He goes, and I was like, "Fuck, bro."
Old school.
Yeah, he's a real gangster, bro. Even Louis Bale, bro. You know Louis Bale?
Yeah.
This guy's in his era, bro. These guys used to come around with kids. These guys are mafia, bro. Sorry to get off topic, but right. I'll talk about these guys. These guys are my idols my whole life.
Look,
I could talk about them for fucking 2 hours. I won't get bored.
So being from Melbourne, we always heard about these guys, and I suppose for me, something I'm interested in is the psyche. Why is people? So and that's why with John, I looked at the contrast, and I thought. Then I started thinking, Why are Lebanese so resilient? In your words, why when you put a Lebanese anywhere, they survive?
I don't think it's got anything to do with Lebanese. I think it's got to do with some people are born every 100 years to stand. Like, look at John Gotti, right? John Gotti, he's not Lebanese. This guy's name rings around the whole world. Some guys, every generation might skip a few. My cousin's up one of those guys that when history ends and we're all dead, they will be still talking about my cousins, John and Sam. These guys
but even the Lebanese that are not involved in organised crime, they do well in business.
Yeah, because we come from war-torn countries, brother. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we're not... It's like a lion, for example.
It's the best teacher.
Listen, you could put a lion in the zoo since it's a cup. Walk in there with another of a gorilla.
Yeah.
That lion that's never seen the forest, whatever you want to call it, will jump on that bear in a second instinct. So we just got it in us.
So
we're built different, bro.
I had dinner with David Goggins a while back, and one of my heroes, and I was very lucky.
That name rings a bell.
David Goggins, former Navy SEAL, African American Navy SEAL.
Yeah,
amazing guy. You see him running everywhere.
That rings a bell, yeah.
Well, that's one of the highlights of my life. And there was 12 of us, and just on your point, the most successful people in that room, 4 came from Housing Commission.
Of course. That's where my cousins come from. That's where I come from.
I've always said, when you get to the other side of the streets, it's the best upbringing you'll ever have. And you do something positive with it, not go down the wrong path. It's the best upbringing you can have. A loving home and no money is one of the best drivers you'll have. And speaking of home, mum and dad, what was the...
They gave me the best they could give. My mum, Irhamah. My dad was just a gambler. Good guy too. Never.
How did that shape you, knowing your dad's a gambler?
Listen, he never done nothing bad to us, but my mum was different. My mum was our queen. My mum done everything for us. She gave me the best life she could give. My fuck ups in life are not her reflections. She tried everything.
Did she ever come visit you in jail?
Never missed a visit.
Just on that, I want to talk to the young guys, because I've only visited someone once, and I promised him if he goes in again, I'm not coming again, because it's bottom feeder crimes for nothing to be proud of. And secondly, the humiliation of me coming through the search, you know what I'm talking about. So it's all those kids. Can you describe what it's like bringing your mother or someone you love through that?
Listen, they degrade them from the moment they get there. They pat them down. Back in my day, the scanner wasn't just available. They would actually hand pat. Now they've got scanners and it's different. But back in my day, bro, your mother's getting, basically, if they want to humiliate her, I've seen boys in jail that piss off governors, their mum gets strip searched. Alleged she's carrying drugs. If she's got nothing, she's a scarfy lady, they take her in, strip search her. It'll be ladies doing it. No guys, obviously.
Still,
but
man.
Still, they degrade.
What's the first legal thing you did?
What do you mean?
The very first illegal thing you did.
Oh, illegal?
Yeah, or crime you committed. Yeah.
Fuck, bro. I've done so many. Where do I start? It's like finding a needle in a haystack, brother. Let me think about that. No one's ever asked me that question, bro.
I told you, bro. I'm a deep guy. Yeah, I'm a deep guy.
To think about the first... Bro, to be honest with you, the first thing I ever done, I stole books from my class in year 1. And you know how I got done? So I stole the books and there was paint all over the books. And I returned them. And when I returned them, she goes, you stole these. You only returned them because they're no good for you. And I remember that my mum belted the fuck out of me and I didn't understand. But now you're asking that. I never tell this story because it's not a big thing. But yeah, I stole books.
It's everything. It shapes
you.
So
they had them under the desk and I stole them. And then when I realised they had paint on them, I just thought, I don't want to take these now. And then when I was putting them back, the teacher caught me. And I go, and then I didn't realise I'm returning something I stole. Yeah. So that was the first time I got caught stealing.
So with your mum, when you went back, when she gave you an ass whooping, were you more scared of him or scared of disappointing them growing up?
Right, this is going to sound bad, and I've got to say what it is. I was disappointed I got caught because then I got embarrassed in front of my cousin Sam.
He was the head honcho.
He was living with us. We were living with him.
Oh, that's right. When they came from overseas,
yeah. My dad left, and then.
So how old were they when they came?
So no. So Sam came here from overseas.
Yeah.
He would have been 12,
Yeah.
John was 9. And then when he was 20, my dad left. And then he moved in with us. And
So he's like a brother to you more than...
like a father, yeah.
Yeah. What's something people assume about you that they get completely wrong, like really wrong, that disappoint
Everything.
you?
People look at me and think, he hasn't got a moral in him. He'll do anything for money.
I never doubted that, yeah.
No, I'm talking the average person. They say, well, look, Brad, the only thing I want in life is just to die with my religion. Inshallah, now I've got religion in my heart, I just hope I die with religion.
So one of the
People
reasons...
don't understand that.
One of the reasons why I respect you is because when I spoke to you earlier on, I said, I tried to describe myself to you as best as possible. I said, Moudi, I'll be honest with you, I don't really hang out with Rebos. I'm Muslim, but I don't pray. And you told me, you didn't shove it down my throat. You actually encouraged me to pray. And I never thought I would hear that from someone like you. So, and you said you don't even like to advertise it, which I actually respect too, to be honest.
I'll give you the best example. Before you walked up here, I'm sure you told your cameraman, don't get out of line, don't do nothing. This guy's letting us in his house, we have to respect his
100%.
house. So how come you're not respecting God, he's letting you live in his world? Where's the respect for God?
Yeah, I've since changed my ways, but...
No, I'm saying you, I'm saying, this is my
I'm just letting you know, yeah, of course.
This is why I started praying, because I thought...
What's praying done for you?
Prayer, it's taken every anxiety, every issue, every depression, every heartache, everything you could think of, my prayers took. This pill in life, this medication, bro, is rubbish. When I was in jail, they were throwing pills down my throat, nothing worked. Brother, the Quran will save your life. And then people from other faiths don't want to listen, don't want to believe it. That's their perspective. Good luck to them. I respect all religions. My missus is non-Muslim. But I believe, you're asking a question, I've got answers to. The medicine is the Quran. For me.
It's funny, our opinion's biased, but the more I see the world heading where it's heading, I look at Islam as the only antidote to all the problems in the world. No gambling, no women, no drinking, no usury, family. It's covered all the bases.
Brother, look at what's going on in the world. I want to explain to you how the world is against Islam because they're scared of our power of the word spreading. Iran is one of the most sophisticated worlds in the Arab world. For 21 years they've been saying they're trying to get a nuke. If they wanted a nuke, they would have had it. The only reason they want a nuke now is a deterrent for the other countries not to keep doing what they're doing to them. Look at all plays with China and Russia because they got nukes.
North Korea, yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is the world's against Islam because they think we're the most dangerous people. Bro, let me tell you something. If the world lived off Islamic belief, we would live in peace and harmony.
Yeah, I agree.
Read the Quran, brother. Read the Quran and then come back to me and tell me
I agree.
What's wrong. And
so, even the other prisoners that aren't Muslims, why...
The prisons?
That aren't in jail, other prisoners you've met over the years. So what makes them all of a sudden, even the hardest guys you meet, so let's say they're atheists on the outside, what drives them to religion and they start wearing the cross or whatever religion they are? What is something that I wouldn't know or others listening, when you're by yourself in that cell, why they always suddenly go to religion? I'll
tell you why. There's one God. Whether you're Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Chinese, one God. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never burdens a soul more than it can handle. And Allah puts the religion in your heart so you don't take your life in jail. That's it. That's a chemical imbalance in the mind where depression or that brings suicide. I believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts the deen into all the... Doesn't matter what faith you are.
I get it.
God saves everyone in jail. So God never burdens a soul more than it can handle.
So they all get that point. You say, spend enough time on your own in solitary, they're going to get that point. You're saying it doesn't matter who someone is.
Listen, there's been people they've taken their lives. But I believe God just puts it in your heart. God saves your life. That's what I believe. You're never going to find the deen if Allah doesn't want you to.
Yeah.
You could travel the whole world and try to be...
Yeah.
You're never going to find... Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens your heart to whom He wills.
Yeah.
And I think Allah is a fair God, and He opens that will when He sees you in your bottom, toughest times. Allah will save you.
So, even though you're in that world, and testosterone's pumping through your body growing up, were you still as respectful as possible going about your business?
Always respected people. My cousins taught me when I was younger. I'm a reflection of them. I mimic them my whole life. I used to see the way they operate, and I just mimicked them.
Yeah.
And they never used to pick on the weak. They never used to stand over the weak. They never used to swear at their parents. They always respected the elders. Yeah. So that's how I was raised.
So, you spoke about before. I struggle. I struggle to understand how someone like you, with contacts everywhere and well travelled, can still say you're lonely, or you feel bouts of loneliness sometimes. Now that you've stepped away from it.
Loneliness is, brother. You could be in a room with 500 people, still be lonely. Loneliness comes from the soul, cuz.
What's something you do now?
Everything different.
Yeah, so that's something, a hobby or whatever you do that people would struggle to believe you do to deal with it.
I read books, bro.
What are you reading at the moment?
I just finished.
And how long have you been reading books?
I just finished half. I didn't finish. I'll tell you why. I was midway through Buddhism. I know it's weird. Yeah. I was reading the Buddhism religion, and you can't say certain things because YouTube doesn't like it. I don't know why flags.
Yeah.
I got through it, bro. I got halfway through it, and my heart just, I don't know, bro. I don't know why I'm reading it. I don't know why. I've never thought in a sense of looking at another religion, but I just got curious to what makes them not come to Islam, and that's what I read, bro. I read everything. Yeah. The last gangster book I read was The 5 Families of New York. I finished that before this one. You can mention that because it's not religious.
If you kind of getting away from that life, why are you still reading the gangster stuff?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
it doesn't leave you, yeah?
Listen, a book will not tempt me.
No, but like that, the buzz of curiosity kind of doesn't leave you, yeah?
I live through the book. When I read a book, I'm there with them, brother. Like, listen, you know, if I met John Gotti today, I know him.
Yeah.
Not like, you know, like I read and I'm living the life. This is my escape from my reality, my misery, my boredness. I'm only 42 years old, brother. I'll climb roofs right now. Yeah, I'm staying away from everything because I want to stay away and change my life. The book is my escape. I literally, bro. Do you know what I used to do in jail? I used to put my shoes on, put a beanie on, put a hoodie on, and my outing was sleeping.
Wow.
My outing...
Sleeping where?
In the room. So I would get dressed...
Oh, you pretend you're going somewhere.
And I would live in my dreams. And then in the book, I've adapted that to... Because I'm free now. And I need to figure out how I'm going to get around this loneliness and this boredom. Because I don't want to just hang out with anyone, put my life in danger, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you die when I say, but take precaution. So I can't just go hang out with any Tom, Dick and Harry. They might put drugs in my car, they might set me up, or say I heard them or done this. I'm very paranoid who I meet. I read books, brother, and I indulge in the books, and I watch a lot of musalsals. You know what that is?
A lot of musalsal, old school
stuff. Yeah. I got brother. I've got the Shahid app, and I watch all their ones. So that's what I do.
That's why I used the word evolution before, because you have evolved, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Mrs. says she's like, you're 100 years old, mate, and that's why she loves me.
Dude, how powerful! Like for me. Even though this started in the worst possible time of my life, I've turned it into the best gift of my life. How powerful, like for someone that's trying to change their life, how do you try to describe that feeling of where you were and now where you're trying to get to? How powerful is it?
In what sense?
In terms of how much better does it make you feel on the inside? Living a purer life, or at least trying to.
Listen, I'll tell you, that fast life, you're never happy, bro. You could be breaking up $1 million between you and 3 guys. And you're like, the moment you get in that car and you're driving home, you're back to anger. I want to do another rip. I want to do this. I want to do... You're never, ever happy as a gangster.
Did you ever sleep well?
No. Astaghfirullah, never.
See, like, as a young kid growing up, I must admit, I used to look up to you guys, go, all the guns, all the bikes. But I kind of... It's when someone like you says it, it hits home a bit more because very few guys say it. like the regret.
Because everyone wants to be perceived
Yeah.
and remembered as something they're not.
And I'll ask you this as well. Mark Chopper Reed, one of his, he's towards the end when he wrote...
I read all his books.
Yeah, he said, I regret nothing. Do you, I don't want to, without using him, again, like we said earlier, we don't want to talk about the dead, and I really respect you for that. Do you think a lot of guys can walk away from that life without regrets?
I tell you, someone like Chopper, he done a lot of bad stuff, but all his books are lies, fiction. So let me tell
character.
you, he's created a character. He was a staunch guy in his own right.
Yeah.
Punched on and stabbed a few people, but he wasn't a killer like he made out. As he says, never let the truth get in the way of a good yarn. That's his saying in his books. I've read all his books. I've read all his books, brother. And he's a very interesting character. And I believe he used to live in the reality of the book.
Yeah, he
created something where, he's a character. He's not really a underworld identity. That's what I believe.
Yeah. So one thing that hurts me, man, is you're not the same person as 20 as what you are at 40, right? But we all know how your life can change in a moment when you snap. And I realise in life, for me, I'm a very calm guy. It used to frustrate me sometimes, but I think being calm is my superpower. So when someone snaps, like young kids now, they're snapping, they're popping people off like it's a lollipop. I've only spent 12 hours in the cell, ever, so I can't talk. But I did learn something, that you are insignificant. You're at someone's mercy. Someone determines whether I get out here or not. And the way they throw the food at me, it hit home with me. Funny enough, obviously I know some people been in and out, and one of my mates was on the run for a while, and I'd see him, I'd say, mate, just go hand yourself in. Why don't you be a man? Just go hand yourself in. I'd say, mate, you've done the time, go do the crime. You've done the crime, do the time. It's now I look back and laugh at that, because after I got locked up, when I watch the news, I now understand why people do run through 20 cars and jump this fence and all that, because you just don't want to go back there.
Bro, you know all these, let me check, make sure my microphone's still on. You know all these guys that are doing these like serious crimes? They're all youngsters.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they don't think.
Is the money there for them?
You fucking hope it is. Listen, you got...
Life-changing money?
For them, yes. For a young guy that's 18 years old, 300,000 is life-changing.
But these days of all...
It's not life-changing money, but perceived for them, it's perceived as at the time...
The problem is they're going to brag, Moudi, they're going to tell someone, they want to make a name, other people are going to know. Plus you got the technology we don't even know about.
Brother, I got jumped a couple of years ago on the Gold Coast. To this day, do you know how many young guys come up to me? They see me somewhere, brother, can I have a word of you? Young. And I'm like, what's up? They're like, yeah, that social media guy. I'm like, yeah. They go, didn't you get jumped by those Aussie boys in the Gold Coast? Oh, yeah, why? Well, yeah, why? Bro, they offered me to go kill them.
Far out.
Bluntly, like, not even I've had a kid say to me, he goes, bro, you got any boys in the Gold Coast that can just pick me up from the airport, just show me a gym or where they hang out. It's just show me who they are. He goes, but I'll run up and I'll execute any one of them. One guy offered it for 20 grand. I said, brother, I'm not interested, thank you. And you got to say nicely to them, because if you turn them down in a disrespectful way, they're going to end up trying to kill you. So in a nice way, I say, I'll think about it, I'll get back to you.
So I'm trying to understand, these guys probably aren't street fighters, but they're trigger happy.
Have you ever seen a 6 foot, have you ever heard of a description? The gunman was 6 foot muscle bound running through. It's always a skinny little guy with a balaclava, skinny little guy.
I noticed that.
Bro, the most dangerous
I
person.
Was with the ankles. I was with the ankles.
Brother, let me tell you.
The ankles are dead.
You know the guys that are talking to me, asking me to do jobs? No, you wouldn't look at them and in a second think they're a threat. But I, as a gangster, showed that skinny guy more respect than I'll show a gorilla, because I know this guy is, if he's offering me to go kill someone for no reason, imagine I upset him. So just to keep him happy, I say, oh, I'll think about it, bro. I'll get back to you.
So, Moudi, what's his driver? What's his why that makes him so trigger happy?
Because they just want money. I asked him that. I said, you want a job or something? Do you need money? I'll give you a job, work for me, like a legitimate job. He goes, no, bro, I want to fucking get a mad car, I want to get this. I'm like,
is that how cheap we've become?
Bro, he goes, Rahmat Ummi, this one kid offered me. He goes, and bro, let me tell you, he goes, bro, give me 20 grand. And he goes, pay for my tickets and that. I said, no, I'm not interested. I said, at this point, I'm not. I'll let you know if I want to. just to let him
Yeah,
down
yeah, yeah.
nicely.
Not to offend him.
Not to offend him, because next thing you know, I'm coming out, I'm getting shot dead.
So,
But to answer your question, the generations have changed in time, and they're at their most dangerous is now. To be a gangster now, very hard, brother.
so Moudi, when I hear, okay, when you say now, I agree with you completely. To me, I put it down because destruction of the family nucleus.
No. The
So
kids,
you're saying a lot of these boys do not come from broken homes?
these kid, that one kid that came up to me, I remember I said, he goes, I just jig school. He was in school. I go, what do you do with yourself? He goes, bro, I'm not going to school, I'm jigging. He goes, my parents don't know. And I had like a proper conversation with this kid. And I was trying to tell him, listen, bro, nicely.
Yeah.
But I felt this guy was not going to this guy was going to either pull a gun on me there or a knife. So I don't want to put myself in that situation where I've got to hurt this kid. So nicely, I said to him, you're not going to, he goes, nah, bro, I'm not going to school. He goes, I said, my parents think that. So to answer your question, no, bro. These guys are watching the YouTube and idiots like Andrew Tate driving Bugattis and...
So it's funny, one of the big things I'm big on is like, if we're going to steer the youth in the right direction, like I love my rap music. I love it.
That's the root of the evil.
That's
and
what I mean.
women, girls.
Yeah, so as Lebos, as a community, why are we dressing like them? Why are we talking like them? We need to elevate our...
See, but in my day,
Yeah.
being a rapper was embarrassing.
That's what I mean.
So for my generation, let me tell you, my generation, I'd listen to the music, but to wear a bandana, no, bro, we're gangsters. Now a gangster is a rapper. It's different now.
What about trap music? Trap's disgusting, bro.
But you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But generation, like now, you see guys rapping
Yeah.
that are about that life, and they're gangsters. In my day, you put up a microphone and sing,
Oh, yeah.
you can't.
Yeah.
You can't even dance, brother.
Yeah, they laugh at you.
You can't even bounce to a song back in my day.
Yeah.
But now that these gangsters are the real deal, they're rappers. See the difference?
Yeah.
Back in my day, it wasn't in fashion. Now, there's a lot of hard guys in this country that are rappers, bro.
Yeah.
And they're gangsters. They're the real deal.
So with the rise of AI and stuff like that,
I don't think AI has got anything to do with
no, you can't see crime, sort of street crime, minimising.
these guys aren't in that. Listen to me. One thing will never, as long as there's pretty girls. Sorry, bro, my wound, it's hurting me, so I've got to keep moving.
Yeah.
I've got this stent in my body that's draining the infection. As long as there's pretty girls, there's always going to be crime. There's two roots of a tree that grows. A woman and a greed for Lamborghinis, motorcycles. But that is wanted and warranted because of the girl. So the root is a woman, the branches...
Attention.
That's why these guys do it, to impress girls. I'm telling you now. I've never heard of anyone want to be...
So the question then becomes, how did the girl... I mean, women are kind of always looking for a better Wi-Fi signal, if I can put it that way. Yeah, so it's a joint responsibility pretty much. Yeah, as a society, we've gone backwards.
Yep.
What's something that you take, that everyone takes for granted on the outside that really hits you hard in jail?
Getting up and going for a walk. Whatever you want. That's it. Going for a walk.
The simplest thing.
Simplest thing. Not even sex.
Far out. If a young guy's listening to this right now, chasing respect, what would you tell him?
What's that going to get you? If you get,
But he looks at you, and we're sitting here. In his head, you've made it. You've made a name for yourself.
and what the fuck is that doing for me?
So we're chasing a feeling it's not even there.
What's that going to do for me? You can be, I'll give you an example. I ran amok on these streets for 25 years. Ran the prison system. One time I get ambushed by the enemy and got jumped, everyone forgot of everything I've done in my life on these streets, and everyone always focuses on when I got jumped. People don't realise, I got jumped by a group of guys.
What's the lessons from that?
You realise in life,
No, I think that lessons from the jumping.
you realise in life, everything I've done on these streets, and in a split second, gronks, flops. These guys that jumped me, I'll tell you what flops they are. I walked up to the main guy, the first location. I said, brother, you keep staring at me. Is there a problem? He goes, you got a problem with me? I said, brother, I don't know you. Have you got a problem with me? He goes, no. I said, sweet. He goes, brother, we're going to the Bunnings on the way. Follow me if you don't know how to get there. I said, yeah, I got there. He had 10 boys waiting for me. and they jumped me.
Something I also...
Literally, that's how it happened.
Something I remember from another interview about
And that's my legacy going to be, getting ambushed by Gronks. I wish it would have been someone... Bro, I bumped into another gang in Sydney. Proper fucking motorcycle club. They could have jumped me like that. Bro, let me tell you the difference between a real gang and Gronks in Gold Coast. These Sydney boys had me ambushed in their location. I was at their spot. I didn't realise it was their spot. I walked into, for a reason, and I realised, oh, hang on, I've just walked into someone's headquarters. And they could have fucked me up, bro. I was by myself, brother. There's 30 strong. You know what the guy said to me? He goes, bro, I don't feel comfortable talking to you with all my boys here. I've got to ask you a few questions, but I want to go around the corner with you. Come for a walk. I go, let's go, bro. Went for a walk. That's a man, bro. Letting me know, I don't need my boys, brother. I'm going to ask you man to man. And if you want to get down, we're going to get down, me and you right now. He asked me certain things. I go, bro, that wasn't me, straight out. I go, bro, no one's scared of no one. Use a man, I'll die on my feet. I'm not scared of no one, bro. But I didn't do that. I did not send that message. He goes, yeah, sweet. Ask me a few other things. I walked away from that meeting, respecting that gang. To this day, if anyone talks about that gang in front of me, I tell them, shut the fuck up. I swear on my grandmother's grave, I walked away. That had a bigger reflection on my life, a bigger impact on my life than getting jumped. I walked away looking at this gang like...
Because you know where the real power is.
Brother,
the real power is being like that.
Exactly. I walked away thinking, fucking wow, what a crew. That's a dangerous... I looked at that guy, at that heat of the moment, this is a dangerous character. This guy, to this day, I know in my mind, that's someone you don't really want to fuck around with, because I seen his capabilities and his character as a man. When he had all his boys, had me ambushed, he could have jumped me easily, brother, and recorded it.
How much does everyone respect a man in this world? Yeah.
So that crew?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, a few weeks ago, no one said nothing bad, but the name came up and said, hey. I go, brother, you might be in a different part of Sydney and you think you can talk like that?
Yeah.
You wouldn't say that in front of them, and you wouldn't say that to their face. They fucking talk shit because the people you're about to talk shit about. He goes, no, I go, shut up, brother. Before he said anything, I stopped him. I go, don't think because you're in this area, you're going to talk about boys from these other areas thinking that, oh, we're against them. I go, bro, I know what those boys are about, brother. That's a real crew. That's a proper gang. Don't talk shit about in front of me.
I've only spent,
see the difference between...
I've only spent a couple of hours with you today, but from the very first, I mean, I already knew. There's a saying, what you are is so loud that I can't hear you speak. I felt your energy just by seeing online. I don't care what anyone says about it. By the way, like I said before, I'll interview anyone. I don't care where they've been. I focus on where they're going.
That's right? Why I agree
Jesus and in Islamic teachings, it says to have mercy, rahmah, and forgiveness, right? And I will talk to anyone as long as they have a powerful message and they're giving back. There's the same, Moudi. It's the best compliment I'll give you. What you are is so loud, I can't hear you speak. And I feel your energy more than I hear your words. That's the beautiful thing. And one of my favourite warriors is Salah ad-Din Ayyubi, right?
What a great warrior.
Do you know how he took Jerusalem back?
I watched it.
Look, I get goosebumps. This is the stuff that I gravitate to. So I told you my divorce, I went deep. I created I'll tell you another story in a minute. Salah ad-Din, I love him because even in battle, they couldn't sling the swords and shields for hours. They couldn't sling the swords, so they have breaks. He would send fruit to the opposing armies, right? And he said, I won men's hearts with mercy and kindness, right? How he took Jerusalem back, he said to the people that had it under occupation, he surrounded them with a huge army. He said, look, we can slaughter you or you can ask you to leave. And the opposing leader said that they slaughtered Muslims in the hundreds of thousands. You're not going to let us leave. And he said, I'm not that man. One of my favourite sayings for him, and this is my mentality. This is why, you know, I'm a more of a peacekeeper than someone that shoots or fires indiscriminately. My favourite saying from him: before you draw blood, bathe in it and indulge in it. 100%. Think, because blood doesn't sleep.
Bro, let me tell you something. But look at my response to about these guys. These guys didn't even jump me, and the element of, I want to call it, like, how do I put, like, the respect factor. I walked away knowing that gang, in my eyes, is one of the most powerful gang in this country because they look at these gronks in the Gold Coast. Flops. They seen a famous guy. He wasn't man enough to. And when the first location when I approached them, there was 3 of them, or 2 or 3. Sorry, I think there was 2, and there was one standing about 10 meters away. But they weren't man enough to do nothing. The gang in the Gold Coast because they're weak cowards, bro. They went and called their whole gang. Look at these gronks. They video recorded jumping me. They didn't even do a good job. These guys didn't even jump me. Didn't pull out a phone. Bro, nothing. Just walked up, said to me, "Did you fucking do this, that?" And I hadn't. I never done that. What the guy was asking me, I go, "No, bro, it's a fake account. That's not me, brother. That's my account there." I'll always, to this day, will remember that day until they'll die because I was in the enemy area and they had mercy on me, brother.
This is the powerful stuff.
He could have fucked me up. Let me tell you, they could have fucking caved my head in.
Yeah.
One man, bro. What am I going to do? There's 30 of them.
Yeah.
Dirty man.
Yeah. Just on that, what's the difference between fear and real respect? What's the difference?
Big difference. For example, those guys, to this day, no one talks about them in front of me. I say that if anyone mentions, but I hang out, I know a lot of people. Things come up and people think, they assume that I don't like these people. I don't know why they think that. And then when the name comes up, I say, hey, don't talk about those boys in front of me, brother.
You haven't forget.
And they're like, what do you mean? You're not friends with them? I said, brother, it's not about being friends. When you respect people, you do what I'm doing right now.
It's everything.
I don't allow people to talk shit about people that I know, in my heart I know, that you wouldn't say to their face. And I've seen the mercy they had on me when they see me 30 strong, I'm by myself. Yeah. I'm going to let you little piece of shit talk about warriors like this, proper gangsters. Yeah. I'm going to let you talk. Nah, bro, not on my watch. No matter where I am, to this day, that one action they did in front of me will always hold that reflection on them. Bro, as soon as their name comes up, I always say, no, don't bag them out in front of me, brother.
Respect.
That's respect, brother, to answer your question.
Yeah.
But these gronks in the Gold Coast, like I would use the gronks in the Gold Coast, the dickheads that jump me, I'd use their colours as a doormat if I find their colours. I'd put it in my kennel for my dog to piss on. See the difference? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you got men on this side and you got cowards on. That's the difference between these Gold Coast fucking animals compared to real gangsters from Sydney that proper powerful, a powerful organisation is these Sydney
without
boys.
mentioning names or anything like that, how do you feel towards your enemies now? If anyone's like whether you have,
they're the only enemies I got is the Gold Coast. When I left that life, I had no real enemies because when I was a leader, I would skin a cat with my tongue. I never need to use violence. Very rarely I have to use violence. I was always capable of steering a war with words. I never had to draw.
Well, Hitler controlled the whole Europe. He never pulled a pistol himself.
So when I left that life, I hadn't really built anger or hatred for anyone because I was always a diplomatic person where I could shake their hand, work it out. But these guys in the Gold Coast are my enemies until my soul leaves this world.
That mentality's clearly served you well, and it's also a great survival mechanism.
Yeah, straight up.
To be able to use your words.
Mate, let me tell you, I skin cats with my tongue. When I was a leader of a gang, I won wars with my tongue.
So what's something young people today think is strength but is actually weakness?
Listen, these youngsters need to realise I could easily put a balaclava on, grab a gun, get a hottie, get clone plates, sit in the street and do hits. Easiest fucking thing in the world. And let me tell you how smart I am. I know that, the race car, Grand Prix drivers?
Yeah.
Their uniform is the only outfit created that withholds your DNA. So I'll be able to walk into your house and execute you and leave, and I will not leave no DNA because it's a $6,500 outfit and it grips to your body. I'll literally put that on with a balaclava, with a jacket, zip it up, and not worry about my DNA being, I wouldn't have to burn cars. I wouldn't have to make a scene. I would literally just do my thing, leave my car and go. The hottie.
What about CCTV?
I told you, belly up.
But still, they track you there.
How?
Like they're everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah, but how? Listen, when you're smart enough, once you do that job, I shouldn't coach these youngsters how to do a job. Actually, I'm not going to coach them. I'm very smart. I read a lot of books, and I'm not an idiot, bro.
The only coaching is don't fucking waste your time.
Yes, I'm trying to give advice to stay away from that. I don't want to coach them. Oh, that's a good idea. So I shouldn't even tell them this. Next thing you know, they're going to be ordering these fucking outfits online.
out of stock.
So listen, my answer to them: don't think it's you're getting respect in anyone's eyes. You're just getting used.
Yeah.
To go do someone's dirty work,
Yeah.
and but the difference is, it's different. These generations are crazy, brother. Let me tell you, they don't fuck around, bro. You know how easy it is to get someone killed?
I heard.
Brother, you don't understand. These shooters are lining up to the end of the road, hungry for a job.
It's funny, you gave me an angle that I didn't think of. It all really relates back to trying to get attention from women, not knowing that they're actually the wrong kind of women.
Why would you want a woman like that? You want a woman? Test your girlfriend. Tell your missus, whoever you are, youngsters out there. So I'm going away for a week. I'm going to the Gold Coast. So, but I've told so-and-so to keep an eye on you. Tell your mate, here's 10 grand. That's shopping for the week. Take her out every day. By the end of the week, see if she takes off her undies for you. And if she does, sleep with her. I'm giving you the green light. Sleep with her. You have my blessing, that 10 grand. I'm going to give you another 10 grand for showing me what she is. And if she doesn't, you've just earned yourself a beautiful missus.
I get that, bro. I really do, yeah.
So that's how you find out. Then you know,
well,
she's worth it.
I don't have the 10 grand, nor have I been on holiday.
Either way,
but I can tell you, I've got the best missus in the world.
It's a hypothetical. I'm not going
I know. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, you know what I mean,
but when God sends you the worst of the worst and you get through it, He'll send you the best of the best. I promise you, man. It doesn't matter what it is in life.
Right, there's no such thing as a happy gangster, happy ever after. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a happy ever after.
Bro, as you know, I was born in Lebanon. My name's Shadwan. It's funny because when Kai and I came here today, I have butter in my black coffee. But I didn't tell you this, Kai. There's also a bit of a symbolism behind that. When I first came, left the war in Lebanon, we went through Syria at night. I get on the plane. I couldn't speak a word of English. So the hostie come around to me and she asked me tea or coffee.
How old are you?
6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She asked me tea or coffee or whatever. And she must have said sugar or whatever, butter, I don't know. So she gave me butter and I put it in there. But I'm such an empath. I don't want anyone, azib anyone in Arabic. I don't want
You drank it?
Yeah, I just drank it. So one thing I'm learning about myself, there's a problem being an empath, Moudi. Yeah. But in my relationship, it got me in trouble. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So believe me, speak your fucking mind. Those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind.
100%. That's the best thing I've heard.
That's why I'm here, bro. I'm out of the comfort zone. Ask him. I went quiet on him so many times here. I'm trying to genuinely add value. And the very first thing I said to you, I believe together we can add value. And like the stuff we're talking about now, this is the stuff I want to talk to you about when you love relationships, life, angles that people wouldn't think about. Everyone's interviewed about the gangster life, but I can actually see you evolving, and I'm glad to be on board. And
no, you asked me good questions. You're good at what you
alhamdulillah.
do.
I love the rap too, by the way. Come on, I love iced tea, man. I love iced tea. On the flip side, like what's it mean? Like I'm from Melbourne, obviously you're from Sydney, and as I said to you before, growing up as a kid, I couldn't tell a girl was Lebanese, especially Muslim, right? I don't know what's going on in Sydney, but I can tell you now, you go out now, you tell you're a chick, you're a Lebo, you're a magnet.
Brother, it's just, girls know Lebos are going to be generous.
Very generous, very resourceful, very charismatic.
And we're not ugly guys.
No, we're not, but we've got shakhsiyah, bro. We've got charisma. Yeah, we've got Lebo.
I'll tell you.
I'm not pushing my barrel.
I'm going to tell the viewers, answer your question. Do you know why they find us so appealing?
Generous.
No, you know why? Because we're the father that gives them everything.
Yeah.
They look at us.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, when they're growing up, the dad didn't buy them everything. I got bitches, when I used to go on dates with us, I was bitches. When I got a 5-star, I said, when did your father ever take you to 5-star? You want Jimmy's shoes, a free grand? When did you, like, they want their father, they used to, like, you know, every time this, Dad, can you get me a bag? Shut your mouth. But now they found the father that says, which one do you want? What colour do you want?
Hey, I'll tell you now, I already know how big your heart is, and I can tell how generous you would have been. But Lebos are so fucking... One thing I can't say about Lebos, we're the least tight asses in the fucking world.
100%.
If Lebo's making money, he wants everyone around him to be happy. And just on the hotel thing...
No. Let me answer that question. A Lebo wants to be the one that pays for everything.
Yeah.
Doesn't want the other one having that.
Fair point.
You got to call a spade.
I agree.
He doesn't want to share nothing with his mates, but he wants to buy his mates everything.
Funness. Kings of bragging.
Yeah. We're the type will give you 50 grand, but I don't want to give you. I don't want to make 50 grand of you.
I'm from North Lebanon, and there's a chalet there. It's called Las Salinas. So it's a chalet for rich people where they go hang out. Do you know how they play tennis over there? Right? That's how they are. Yeah. Number one braggers in the world. We have to say that. But just on that, I got a little life hack for any young guys that want to test the chick out to see how many kilometers she's got under the bonnet. So you take her to a hotel. Right? If she walks in and says, "Honey, I'm trying to turn the power on, but there's no power here," she's the one for you. If she walks in, she knows where to put the card. Yeah. She ain't for you.
Yeah. Fuck, that's a good point. That one.
Trust me, I told you.
That's a good point.
My life, my life was like an airplane that went down. I pieced the plane back together.
That's a good point. Bro, do you know how many ladies, I swear to God, when I was single, married ladies, bro, even to this day.
That's another thing I'm learning, brother.
To this day, I get married ladies hitting me up saying to me, "Oh, I seen your missus in the bio." I'm like, "Yeah, are you friends with her?" Nah, opposite. I'm like, wow. She's like, "Oh, I'm married." You know what they're saying? You got a girlfriend, I'm married, and I show my missus, I go, look at this idiot sending me. She just laughs.
Yeah. You know when you can actually show your missus that? You have a healthy relationship, bro.
Yeah, I show her.
I'm telling you, yeah, my missus, bro, you know, another bit of advice to young guys and girls, when you're on edge around someone, that person's not for you.
It's fake.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
When you're totally yourself, you're home. You know? Clearly you believe people can change.
Yep.
And I can see you evolving. Who are you today now compared to who you ever were? Like, what's one thing that you do now that surprises you?
My ego's dropped.
By the way, I want to touch on something. Do you still go from 0 to 100 very quickly?
Not as much. It can for the right reason. It all depending on the reason. Like, if someone hurt my son, God forbid, it'd be like, I tell you, I think this is what I've said to myself. I'm saving that ticket to ruin my life for two things. God forbid something happens to my brother or something happens to my son. These are the two things that is going to be my ticket to hell, but I'm going to do it happily. I swear on the Quran, I said to myself, just even before my son was born, when she was pregnant, I said to myself, I'm living this gangster life, I'm going on a straight path. I will only throw it away for they're the only, brother, if God forbid someone touch my son, I will kill that person in broad daylight, no balaclava, no mask, no gloves. I will walk into a police station if he was in there, if he was in a court, if he was in a school, shopping centre. I would not sleep until I take his soul.
The other thing is too about your son, Allah khalak, God keeping for you. You said about going to jail on your terms. The same for my daughters and my son. After being in courts for 5 years, you know what? I will do what I have. If someone fucks with my family, I will do what I need to do and hand myself in a limousine to the cops. Limousine. Yeah. And that's the nice note. I'm not going back to court, bro. And like any idiot that chooses court as a first option in this world is crazy. There's no winners.
Do you know what I'm dealing with now? I'm going to share this. I got called from the docks. Child protection stuff, yeah. And if there's anyone out there with any fucking knowledge about this, I need some help. So that a girl notified them that I'm getting sidetracked because he sidetracked me for a second because I've seen him what he's doing. He just sidetracked me. So this lady notified them that I could possibly be the father. They called me from docks. They told me, I was like, what? They go, yeah, you were dating for 4 months or something, 3 or 4 months. And I go, how wasn't I told till now? She's 11 years old, she's telling me.
11 years old?
She's 11 years old. She's in docks now.
But they haven't done DNA.
Listen, no, this is where I'm at right now. And then I said to him, look at docks. Docks is disgusting. I volunteered my DNA. They didn't even want to do my DNA. I had to go and pressure them to do my DNA. I've done my DNA now. Keep bringing them. They're like, oh, she broke her arm at school. We can't take her yet. I called them the other week. Oh, it's Easter holidays. She's not ready to go. They called me the other week. They're getting me, oh, we want to notify you that the mother's lost full custody of all her kids and she's gone into foster care. Okay, you're doing all this, and I'm telling you that I've given my DNA. I could be the father.
You're ready to go.
The girl's telling she dated me for 4 months. I don't remember, but I had a lot of girls back then. So I don't know, brother. I dated, at one stage I was dating 6 girls at the same time.
The first thing that springs to mind is why 11 years?
This is what I asked them that. So she apparently at first told the father of her other kids.
Oh, that was hers. That was his, yeah.
And then she ended up coming clean saying, nah, it could be this guy. And she apparently said me. They done the DNA. He came back not the father. She went to docs and said to him a couple of years ago, I'm nominating this guy. I used to date him. He doesn't know that I had the child. I don't really want to contact him. But if anything happens to me, please reach out to him. Docs hid it from me. She said to me, the lady goes, we Google searched you and we thought what? That I'm a gangster or something and you think the kid's better off without me? And she says, oh, I don't really want to say that. I go, I have a right as a fucking man and a legal responsibility on your ends to contact me and let me know fucking years ago when she nominated me that I go, for 11 years, I've had my name, 10 years in the system, that I'm the father, possibly he's not, and I've given you my DNA now and you still haven't even matched the DNA to let me know. You know what they said to me? They go to me, what's your plans if it's your child? I go, I'm going to take custody. Like, oh wow, that's honourable. I go, are you people on drugs at these docs or are you intoxicated with liquor? If it's my child, I'm going to take custody. Can you just do the DNA? I've given you my DNA. Bro, they're the worst fucking people to deal with.
And that's what I mean. I've had 5 years to deal
with.
Bro,
you know they're telling me not to do it. You know what they said to me? They go to me, we're going to advise you. She's 11 years old and you don't know what she could possibly say if she's in your care. I go, what do you mean? They go, she might not like your girlfriend and say your girlfriend touched her
other complications,
or hit her, or she might get jealous or not even like you and say you've been hitting her, you go to jail for nothing. I go, listen to me. I don't care what you're telling me. If that's my child, she's not going to be living in foster care. She's come and live with me and I will deal with it. She's my flesh and blood. I don't care what possibility she says. I'm taking that chances and give her love and care and give her a fucking life that she deserves. You know, they're saying to me still to this day, sorry, sir, we'll get back to you.
When I spoke before about being a real man, this is what a real man says.
Yeah, but what do I do?
On the outside, people wouldn't think you'd say something.
What do I do in this situation?
You've got to get someone in the industry, like a lawyer, or even speak to. Yeah, you got to get a highly reputable family law court lawyer.
But if my lawyer said, he goes, not much I can do right now. You don't know the girl's name.
I don't think you can force someone.
You know, they wouldn't tell me the girl's name, the mother's name, nothing.
Have you got emails from them?
Oh yeah, I've got all their emails and messages, but no names. Just the doc saying that.
Send them to me.
They go, we can't. But I'm going to call them when we get off here. I'm going to call them now in front of you.
Yeah.
And bro, watch what they say to me. They're so rude, bro. They're like, we told you.
What's on the emails?
Oh, it's mainly calls, but I'll show you. We'll go through it all.
Yeah. All right. I'll try to help you out.
And they've already warned me. They said if you post, because I took a video, I done a screen recording. I didn't realise that I had to notify them. So after I'd done the screen recording, I said, listen, I want to let you know. I recorded all this. All the bad stuff he's been saying is on record. And they gave me a legal letter, saying that
cease and desist.
You cannot post that anywhere. Yeah. So I wish I could post it, bro. I'm telling you, I can't even show you that video.
We'll be more certain.
If you hear what I was saying,
yeah,
she was saying to me, you're better off. She's better off staying with her sisters in foster care.
Just wait until my order comes off. The stuff that you're talking about, it'll make you feel.
Yeah, I need help with this, bro.
So, what are you trying to build now? What's Moudi Tajjour trying to do now? What's his message to the world? Like,
I just want to be happy, brother. Listen, I don't care about being the richest man in the world. I just want to be.
But you found peace for now.
Yeah, just
peace comes before happiness.
Just peace. To me, happiness is peace. That's maybe it's worded wrong. Yeah. My peace is happiness. Yeah. I'm about peace, brother.
So in the end, we chase our tails.
Like a cat. You know, a cat keeps chasing its tail. It doesn't realise it's chasing its own tail
and
for never.
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. And just on your tattoos for a sec, I heard you on another podcast. You regret them too?
Yeah, bro.
All of them.
All of them.
So to all the 20-year-olds going to get caked,
bro.
What do you say to them?
If only I could turn back time and walk around and be just.
So you feel shame having them now?
I'm walking different shoes. I'm a very known person in this country, bro. I get anywhere. I'm known for my tattoos and my face, and bro, it's the worst thing I ever done. These tattoos. I literally cannot go anywhere without someone. But I done a video in Granville the other day. You watch my podcast coming out next week. How many people beeping the horn? Can't fight. Yeah, I can't go.
Where'd you get that name from, by the way?
I was watching that movie. This is fucking crazy. I was watching Law Abiding Citizen.
Yeah.
And I know it came from a bad scenario that I don't agree with anything in that scenario, but the guy was taking the life of the lady, and he said to her, he whispered in her ear, "You can't fight fate." And I don't know why. I just thought to myself, that guy's a piece of shit, but that's a good saying.
I'll tell you the good thing about that.
And it stuck with me.
I'll tell you the good thing about that. So you don't know this. When I first saw you online, remember what they say about the power of your words, law of attraction? I looked at you, I go, I feel like I could sit down with that guy and have a chat. Or if he walked past me in a coffee shop, I could just say hello to him and probably get a healthy smile, infectious smile. And that's how I feel now.
I appreciate the words.
That's fate. That's fate. Like you said, bro, do what you got to do, but God's in control. 100%. I plan, you plan, God has other plans, yeah? So what kind of legacy do you want to leave now?
Just, bro, use me as a reason to not be a gangster, bro. If you just want to say, look how this guy ended up. People think it's a happy ever after because I was a leader of a gang and I survived and I'm free. Free what? I'm lonely. No friends around me. No one I can trust. Obviously my brother. I'm talking about like my inner circle I used to have.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was to end up like this?
I
can't even go for a walk at 5 o'clock in the morning, brother. Like a normal person because I know there could be Hitler waiting for me.
Yeah, that's, it's funny. So I don't have your lifestyle, but let me tell you, as someone who's been going through a rather hectic divorce, I run it every morning, 3:30 in the morning. So I even got up and trained before I came here. And young fella over there's complaining he had to get up at 5:15, and I've been up since 3 at the gym at 3:30, right? Mate, I'm a fully grown man. I have to open my door and look around to make sure there's not, and I'm a nobody. So that's not a good feeling, brother. So I think what stands out from this transformation isn't just what you've been through, but what you've understood from it. And you can't teach anyone anything, you can only make people think. Because a lot of people go through things, but they don't take the lesson with them. And if there's one thing people should take from this is that your environment might shape you, but it doesn't have to define where you end up. And I must admit, sitting here,
there's no honour amongst thieves.
No, there isn't. Yeah, there isn't. Shut off, bro. Shut off. Moudi, I'll tell you one thing I see with you. At some point, you chase gain, but I see now it's wisdom and honour you're now gravitating to. And that's the evolution of a man. Yeah, 3 lovers of men: lovers of honour, lovers of wisdom, and lovers of gain. And believe me, when you have honour and wisdom, there is no loss, and it's the only gain of value in life is to have one. You know why I do this, Moudi? Part of my driver, I've left a blueprint for my kids. I told you, my eldest daughter, she's now in the 2nd year of law.
I seen that.
So how that started when I got bail. When I got bail, Moudi. Remember, brother, like that, my kids saw hell, yeah?
Yeah, and I'll tell you, a lawyer, that's good, man.
Just on that, kids know everything about you. They know more about you than what you think they do. So what happened, when I got bail, they came to visit me next day at my dad's house, so I couldn't be with them, so I was staying at my parents' house. They came, they drew me a card, me locked up, ha ha ha. My eldest daughter, she goes, "Dad, where's your charge sheets?" I said, "Zoe, you're not seeing them." So I'm playing with the other two. The little rat, she went into my room, she read the charge sheet, she comes out, she goes, "Dad, this is bullshit." She said, I'm going to be a lawyer. I thought it was a knee-jerk reaction. Yeah, kids are hurting. Yeah, watch this. Mind you, it was COVID lockdown. She hadn't been in school for 4 months. Couldn't get her books and her uniforms. So not only is she now in her 2nd year of law, she's bought her own car, 11.5 grand. She's got 3 jobs. 2nd year of law, she's just got off an internship with the top King's Counsel.
That's good.
Now, she's been in court with her boss, the King's Counsel, for the last 2 weeks on 2 different cases. The lawyers that her boss is working for just offered her a job.
Do you know how hard it is to get that, what she got? Because I know a few people reached out to me, youngsters, saying, "Can you got any connection lawyers?" I go, "Why?" They go, "It's so hard to get what you just told me."
Well, I know someone else I'm trying to help out, hook him up with a...
It's hard to get
very hard. I thought it'd be easy.
Nah, it's very hard.
My
nephew's a lawyer too.
My
sister's son.
So I said to my daughter the other day, she rang me up when she got offered the job. Dad, you're not going to believe it. This is insane. I don't believe it. I said, "Zoe, it's not insane, and I've always believed it."
That's good.
I actually believe there's a higher purpose, bro. Like you're sitting here, I'm sure your connection with God is stronger than ever. We're nothing, bro. We're in transit and we're going. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So,
I believe your ex-wife would have a lot of regrets.
Alhamdulillah.
Let's not talk about it too much, but I think
Yeah,
she...
alhamdulillah. So, and if there's, so I appreciate you coming. Actually, not you coming. Forever grateful, brother.
I appreciate you coming.
I told you from day one, whether you had one follower, 24. Me, I'm a substance guy. I'm not a transactional kind of guy.
And tell them how people like give their words, and
Yeah, so
you should bring that up.
So I was saying to Moudi before, why I'll never forget him for many reasons, because I've reached out to a few guys, and honestly, they've looked on Instagram. I've had less than 1,000 followers. Now I've got 21,000 on TikTok, right? But they didn't see that. It doesn't matter. It's actually revealed who they are. And Moudi, I'll tell you this, bro. The measure of a man is what he does with power and platform. And what you're doing with power and platform is actually your truth right now.
Right, only people I've been bringing on, people with small platforms.
Bro.
Because I want you, because let me tell you, the platform means nothing. You've got a good story, you know how to talk, you're a gentleman, I watched your thing. I think you're going to go very well in the social media world.
I want to take people with me, brother. I want to give back. Like, I want to help women and men who have been burnt. I want to help kids, bro, that didn't have a father like you, for example. Like, you look what you just said about taking in that girl that's possibly your daughter. That's what men do.
Yeah, I think you'll go good on YouTube. Honestly, let me tell you, you're dedicated to it properly, and you come well prepared with the proper questions, and I think you do very well. You've asked me questions no one's asked.
Because I've seen a lot of things that most people don't see, brother. You know, a lot of people see.
You said I'm a human being, bro. These people think
Mate,
I'm just a thug.
I have vision, bro. I have vision. I see shakhsiyeh.
No,
I see
appreciate
rijal.
it. No, I appreciate
And,
it.
you know, like, and that's why I asked you, man, like, whoever's got any issue with this guy or whatever, we're not here trying to push buttons. We're just trying to move on with our lives, bro.
Brother, not one of them can look at themselves or look at their friend and say, what's Moudi ever done to you?
That's power. I told you.
Brother, what have I ever... Listen, I walk through Greenville, the whole street showed me love because they're not judging me.
Yeah.
What the fuck have I done to these people? Why are they all hating in my comments, hating on me when...
Yeah.
What have I done
by
to
the way,
them?
I know you got a huge female following, and I reach out to them because I'm trying to get a female host, a co-host of me on the podcast.
I might have someone for you.
Yeah, and I'm trying to actually get women to sit here. Yeah,
I think I've got someone for you.
Beautiful.
I'll ask her for
Do you know how long I've been looking around? Do you know how many women I've gone on there following domestic violence stories, whatever? I've gone on there. Hey, look, I want to add value. Come on.
You want my advice?
Yeah.
Stay away from. You know why? Because if you have a disagreement and you go your separate way, women are evil. They're going to tarnish you. Bro, look at, Sammy the Bull, that rat.
Yeah.
He's a rat. See what happened to him now?
Yeah. Nah.
The lady asked him questions. She asked for a pay rise.
Oh, she sexual.
She charged him sexual assault.
Yeah.
He's talking on the thing, and he goes, if I sexually assaulted her, why the fuck was she still coming to work?
Look.
Soon as she sent him the email, I think I should be getting more profits or whatever, he replied, nah, piss off. A week later, she went and said he raped her.
So, like Saladin said, I'm not that man, and clearly I'm not going to attract that kind of woman. Yeah.
But bro, you got to have a look at her. She looks proper, normal. Yeah. Bro, you got to watch the beginning to the end. Be careful.
Anyway, whoever's got a mad story, male, female.
I think you should get...
male, female, donkey, whatever. If you've got a mad story.
If you are going to bring a female, don't do one-on-ones. Bro, I'm
not
advice.
we're talking like not one-on-ones. We're talking on my panel. Like,
you're a very nice guy, and I can see you might think, oh no, I'll just go my own way.
Bro.
It thinks nothing, but this girl gets dirty on you, and she ruins your whole thing.
You know what?
Back to square one.
In Arabic, we say this. بس لا أدمك تروي أدمن. What do you call it? Lunch.
It's hard to say English.
So when someone's offering me breakfast, I've already eaten lunch. Yeah, I'm way in front now. In Arabic, we say الجحش بيقع بالجرة أول مرة ثاني مرة بيقوم. So it means a donkey falls in the hole the first time, the second time he learns to walk around it.
Also, is that your last question? Because I want you to tell the people what your YouTube channel is.
Sarah's gonna love you, brother. I'm such a non-transactional person that I forget. So thank you, mate. So look, first of all, I'll tell you my mission statement. I genuinely want to help people as much as I can, right? Secondly, my YouTube channel is chattyissues.com, but my character is Leb Kelly.
What does it say?
Sorry, chattyissues.
Chattyissues.com.
And I'll tell you where I got that name from. Because most men or women in a toxic relationship don't actually realize that they're paying for mummy or daddy issues.
Bro, I seen you on. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't want to cut you before I forget. I thought you had. Before once I agreed to coming on, I realized your channel was just starting.
Yeah.
But you know when I seen your Instagram, it was that well fucking structured. I assumed when I was going to go on your page because I thought you caught my attention, and I'm pretty big on social media. I've
Yeah.
been doing this a long time. I thought, that's a good story. I went to your YouTube, and I hit it, and I thought, how haven't you got 100,000 subscribers?
Yeah, I know that because I can't tell
your
my because
thing-
I can't tell my story, bro.
You get, like,
Yeah.
I looked at your channel, it was
Moudi,
structured,
I'm so
proper.
grateful. I'm so grateful you asked me that.
Proper, bro. Like,
Brother, you know, if my kids are number one, injustice. Secondly, I haven't been able to tell my story. I've been made out to be like a monster and all that. So I've had so many court cases trying to remove my order, and the lies and deception I get.
how long have you been on social media now?
5 years, 6 years, but
How about doing YouTube?
a year or two, not long at all.
But proper, I'm still like committed.
To be honest,
Because I know sometimes you get committed for 3 months. And
Last week, I said to Sarah this year, New Year's Day, I said, Sarah, this is my year this year. I'm gonna go. I'm in the zone now. I'm in the zone because when you got kids, bro, divorce.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Moudi, we've gone from a $2.5 million house, 5 bedroom, 5 bathroom. We're living in 1 bathroom. I sleep in the lounge room, bro. Yeah. But guess what? I'm happier.
Yeah, it's hard.
Right. So I had to get like kind of. We just sold the house now. Financially, we're kind of moving on. So now I'm fully committed. Right, and you know, when I do this, when I get on here, I train every day, bro. If I'm out of shape, if I can't tap into that frequency I need to be in to be able to do what
I think you're going to go good, honestly. I think everyone that's watching now is going to realise you've asked real good questions. I think they're going to follow you. I personally think you get a lot of following out of this.
No, thank you. And as I said before, the character's Leb Kelly, because I've taken my Lebanese traits from Lebanon and I brought them here.
Look at him, look at him, look at him.
I even got the Mercedes symbol on the top of the cowboy hat. Yeah, and I'll tell you now, I want to, I want to restore good faith in the Lebanese community and show the boys there's a better way. And by the way, you know what I mean? This guy going to launch, we've launched today. Don't worry about MEOC, Middle Eastern Organised Crime. We've launched MEOC, Middle Eastern Unorganised or Organised Charm. Remember, charm pays with Leb Kelly and Moudi Tajjour. Charm is the answer, not crime.
100%. Yeah. All right, so is that a wrap?
That's it, man.
All right, guys. So as I said, please everyone give him a follow and reach out for the camera guy. The camera guy is pretty good. I've got my own camera set up, but they've got it professionally all set up here. The guy came with him. If you want to reach out for anyone, he travels from Melbourne, Sydney, Adelaide, anywhere you are. He's worked with some big names. I've seen behind the scenes who he's worked with. Hit him up, or if you want, hit Chad up, and Chad will send you, what's his page as well?
Kai, what is it?
Kai Composition.
Kai Composition. And by the way,
say Kai.
Kai Composition.
One word.
We'll tag it all in. We'll tag it all in on your
your because
we'll tag.
Bro, he's actually good at two.
Oh yeah, dude, I told you we're tight. We're tight. Me, his father, we're tight. And by the way, also I'm more of a podcast guy, Moudi. I don't want to be like, I'm actually going to go around doing street talk soon. It's called Street Therapy with Leb Kelly, right? Yeah. So, and mate, one day I'd love to come to Melbourne and walk around. 100%. Maybe change the scenery for you, brother. You know what I mean?
I'm overdue for that. Yeah. Way overdue.
And then, so basically, I'm really a podcast guy. That's what I really want to do rather than, be online every single day. So if you could please subscribe to Chatty Issues on YouTube podcast, on YouTube, that'd be great. And Instagram Chatty Issues, and the brand's Leb Kelly. And I just want to show the people what the real Lebanese are about, mate. We've got big hearts, we've got big stories, and we're very passionate people. And I'll tell you now, the number one people that people call when they're in trouble are always Lebos. Always. You got one Lebo. It's like having an army of 1 million people. I'll tell you, you know what I'm talking about.
Pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
And as I always say, be safe, take care. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And I love you all.
Wahash.
Peace out.